Real World fans, welcome back. It's a new season, season 32. Bad Blood is here, and we got 2 episodes, not 1. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Great song choice.
Thank you.
That's
You're
right.
welcome. You're welcome.
Welcome. Thank you guys for joining us. It's Real World. It's back. Season 32.
Hey.
Right now, Bad Blood. There's no bad blood on this stage right here. I'm your host. My name is Michael Rippe. Catch me on social media at Mike Rips, MikeRips. And I'm joined by my co-host.
Hey, it's Candace Rice, aka Pimp Fried Rice. You can follow me on Instagram at _Pimp Fried Rice, and I'm a little more conservative on Facebook. My mama follow me there. I'm just Candace Rice.
And I'm Omari Bailey. You can follow me on Twitter and IG at OnWithOmari. Also, hit me up on Snapchat at OmariB.
Hey everyone, I'm Paulina Aguilar. You guys can find me on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar and on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar.
Yeah, and I gotta say, hit them all up on Snapchat because they're going crazy in the studio before we did this on the Snapchat. And for the record, your social media, I like it. I'm gonna have to get a follow on that.
Hey.
That's what's up.
With that follow back.
All right, so we got 2 episodes tonight, not just 1. We got the season premiere and the 2nd episode. I guess they want to give us an extra Real World, so we're giving you an extra after show. Bad Blood, Seattle.
Is it really season 32?
Season 32.
Yeah. I don't want it to stop.
Wow.
Second time in
That's
Seattle.
amazing.
Second time in Seattle.
I
So
believe
Okay.
so, yeah.
Yep, second time in Seattle. Third time in the Northwest. They did Portland one season. So
Yes. That was a good season.
Seattle's a good,
Yeah, I remember that.
Seattle's a beautiful city, though. So I think Seattle's a good choice for a place to have the Real World.
I've never been there. It's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
nice.
It's on my list.
It's got everything there. Got a lot of bars. A lot of
Sweater
places to
weather.
do,
Hey,
sweater
What else do you
weather.
That we
need?
don't have here in LA right now.
We don't.
So it's like a lot of bars and a lot of rain.
That's all
Sounds
I
pretty
need.
perfect, actually, to
Yeah,
me. I would
just
love
to
to.
like make for intimate, bars
Moments.
and rain.
The last time they had a show in Seattle was 1998. So they waited 18 years. They're back.
So much time. Wow.
Yeah, right.
This is so much time.
So
Impressive.
this is also the largest cast ever for the Real World for a season. They're gonna have 14, only 7 right now.
How many did they have last time they did the bad blood where they brought in the
think they
rivals
had
and all that
12.
stuff? 12? That's a lot of
But
people.
this is right,
to
and
live in a
so
house?
they're gonna have 14 at the end of the season. We don't see the second 7 yet, but
Get ready.
so these episodes are gonna kind of mesh together. Let's talk about what we thought about each new member of the house as they arrived. I'll start. The first person we saw was Jordan. She's 21, from Chicago. She's pretty. She's mixed. She said something funny about her mother being a trophy wife. Just came out and copped to that. And she also kind of mentioned that she can't do anything for herself. What were your first initial thoughts?
Well, actually, looking at Jordan, I didn't know that she was mixed. I thought she was just gonna be like, little valley
Light-skinned girl.
little valley girl. But at first she's gonna be the one that everybody talks to in the house. She's probably gonna be maybe the bimbo. She'll probably get drunk, fall in love. That was my whole perception at first.
Sort of the same reaction that Mike had. Was it Mike? Or who's the...
Mike.
Yeah, Mike. The guy, he said she seems a little conceited and a little stuck up, sort of, and very pretty and thinks things come easily for her because she's probably had no problems for most of her life. Very privileged life. As she says, she gets whatever she wants. She doesn't have to work for herself. But I was kind of into her. I liked her. I was like, I'll take care of her. So it was cool.
I like her a lot too. She's young, just turned 21. She doesn't seem to be all about the drama. Wants to talk everything out. So I like that about her.
Although she did start talking shit.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Little drama.
But I don't dislike her. I don't know her. I need to see more.
Yeah, these are initial thoughts, obviously.
Yeah.
But the one thing also, and we all touched on it, it's a very young cast.
Yeah.
They're
Very
all between
young.
21 and 25. So you can kind of see not immaturity, but just youth.
Right.
Which should lead to some more excitement. So speaking of Mike, he was the second person to arrive.
Right.
And he's 25 from New York. And he admits to being a manipulator and being someone that's an instigator, and he's impulsive. He'd already been on reality TV on MTV.
Yeah.
And Paulina, you have watched him before.
didn't
I
know that.
have. So I watched him on Are You the One, and I think that's the first thing I don't like about him. he's an instigator. He did that on the show as well, and I don't like people who do that. And he has a temper. But I don't like that he's on this show. He's already been on an MTV show. He's already been on a reality show. So why are producers casting him
He
again?
knows somebody, duh.
Well, so does everybody else. So what? So does he have nothing going on right now? I mean, he's the oldest
Agreed.
one. So for a producer to say yes, we'll cast you again, is a little odd. Because I haven't seen that before.
But they might have known that, like, his personality and with him being that way, it would create some...
I've seen enough.
He also, so
There's plenty of people that can call
I've
it
seen
drama.
enough. Exactly. I feel like he took someone else's spot who probably could have enjoyed that experience as well. Because I know Are You the One is different, where you go and you find someone that you love and dating and all that stuff. So I get it's a different concept. But still, that could have been someone else's experience.
Premise of The Real World is everyone's doing this for the first time together.
Exactly.
And he's already had this whole experience, a little different.
I thought that was a little weird that he had been on reality TV before being on the show. He did say something funny immediately, talking about how Seattle is the place where you make out with a chick in the rain.
Oh, gosh.
So,
and he's supposed to be the oldest one.
He's not that old, though. You're making me feel old.
most immature.
I'm pretty sure we're in the
I
same
want
boat
to go
here.
to Seattle and get made out with in the rain.
Well,
Who's the oldest one here on
we're
this
gonna
panel?
have to watch.
Because I think that'll be also
want to
like
tell our
relating.
ages?
We're gonna,
No. Well,
we're gonna scratch what she just said. We're gonna cut that out, so you're not gonna see that in the
Yo,
next
black
panel.
don't crack. I could be like 44 for all you know.
The next person that arrived was Annika from Harlem, New York.
It's Anika.
Anika, right? Better.
You don't have to take you to the south.
Anika shows up, and she's from Harlem. And she wants to work on her credit score. That's what I got from her initial feedback.
Me too, girl. Me too.
Speaking for a lot of us. Then there was Robbie. He's from New Jersey, and you can tell, obviously, because he talks about being Italian, very family-oriented. He's never been away from his family, which was, nice, and he's a DJ.
The mama's boy.
That's very Italian Jersey, like staying close to the family.
Absolutely. And what'd you guys think about his DJ name, Maserati?
I thought it was kind of cool.
I loved it. I was like,
I liked it.
That's cute.
I liked it. DJ Maserati.
Like, it's not like
Maserati.
that clever, but it has a nice
Yeah,
sound
I
to
mean,
it.
Paulina doesn't like it.
It's
I
like
don't
a
like
thin
it. I don't
line.
hate it. He reminds me of Pauly D.
Yeah, you did. I was going to get there.
He's
'cause
got that slang
Jersey,
and then the look and
right,
then
Italian.
I don't know, is it like a Jersey thing where men just do things in threes? It's like gym tan laundry, and then he had his where he's like beats
Booze, girls, beats. I wrote
Yeah,
that
and
down
I'm
too. It's like, that's a new
Is
GTO.
that a thing?
It's an Italian thing, maybe a
It's
Jersey
funny
thing.
you said he was like Pauly D because he really was. Because he later in in the episode he was giving hair tips about how you do your hair.
Very
He said he had
manicured.
brought
Yeah.
he had brought like 10 things to jail.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna run out anymore.
What do you call it? Metrosexual? Very manicured man?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to him, and then Katrina shows up. She's from Florida. She likes to hunt, fish, donkey
Like the hunt.
riding. She talks about her dysfunctional family, which we're gonna see as the show goes on. Then there's Theo.
I love him.
I love
He's
Theo.
my favorite.
Theo's the charmer.
So you know about Theo. No, he's from Kankakee, Illinois. His grandfather's a pastor. He got a D1 scholarship, which is pretty cool. And he's got an interesting little animal, a little bunny called Chuck. It's unique. I respect that, though. So we'll know about Thea. And then there's Tiara. She's 21 from Georgia. She seems like she needs attention.
From Georgia
She's quite the
/
character.
Britain.
And she's definitely right, and she doesn't feel included, and we'll get to that. So that's our cast, and so they arrive, and Mike and Robbie choose a room as they're the first ones there, and then Jordan, Annika, and Katrina get a room together. So it leaves Theo and Tiara to a room, and I want to ask you guys and everybody listening, let us know in the comments or in the live chat. If you were in the room, would you rather room with someone of your sex or the opposite sex? Because I kind of thought it was a little weird that Theo and Tiara were going to room together.
Of your sex. I would room with a female.
With a female, right?
Yeah, it just makes me more comfortable.
yeah, most definitely a female. Like, I don't care how fine you are. Like,
Yeah, I think I'd rather have the same sex roommate also. It's just easier, less drama, I feel like.
So that was interesting to me, though, to see the
Pair up
rooming
like that.
situation. Just that Theo and Tiara were gonna. Seems like it's working out, but they're something to watch for as it goes on. So they find the confessional. The confessional happens to be kind of cool. How it's behind a bookcase, kind of hidden like a speakeasy, and that's one of the things we'll watch for this season. And then let's get into a little bit of the interactions that we see. What was your take in the first episode? Because we see at the start kind of like some flirtations going on with Jordan and Mike. And maybe Mike is reading more into it than Jordan is, but they have a scene in the confessional where Mike kind of gets shut down from a kiss. but Jordan's kind of leading him on.
Yeah.
What was your...
I think Jordan kind of like set that up for him. She didn't give him the complete like, no, like she was flirting with him. She was on his neck when they were coming from the bar, which, you know, I get it. We're drunk. You know, I like to hang on necks too. But she opened that up for him to do
She's
that.
a tease.
And then, she's a huge tease. So, I mean...
Like, she knows she's a pretty girl. She knows guys are going to get it for attention, so she uses that to her advantage.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Girls like attention. She loved that.
She got a lot of it. I think Robbie hit her on it too, didn't he? At the end of the second episode?
She's getting some attention later.
Yeah.
But then, it was like when they were sitting in the confessional, she had any clothes on.
She was pretty scandalous.
Hey.
I was like, oh.
Jordan also said that Michael wasn't her type. She likes the good boys, the good guys, like the smart ones.
It's the first time I've ever heard a girl say that. I like the nice guy. That's what she said.
She likes like the nice
The
ones.
nice guys are good.
Really?
They are.
I've never heard that.
So
Sound bitter over here.
They have good credit scores.
Not necessarily true either.
So one of the things that happens early in the first episode, which I really admired, was Robbie immediately on the first morning wakes up and wants to cook breakfast for everyone, which was really Italian. Seems like, you know, cooking, and that was pretty cool of him to just make breakfast for everyone
Robbie's
right away.
Any day.
I was thinking like, that's a roommate.
That was
to
like
have.
very true to form. Like in college, my roommate was Italian. We'd always like
And he
after a
would cook?
weekend of drinking, just wake up. He'd be making breakfast. We're all like, wow. So that was like super like informed.
I was wondering, would any of you three, if you were in the house, be one of them? Like, who would you be? Robbie, like the cook?
I mean, I would. I like to eat. So, I mean, I like.
But do
I
you
would
like to cook?
Yes, I love to cook.
All right.
I
Okay,
love
so
to
you're the
cook.
cook. She's the cook on the
I
show.
know, I love to
Perfect.
cook.
You're cooking.
But it probably wouldn't be, Italian. It'd be like, spaghetti, cornbread, collard
He
greens.
cooked eggs. That's not
Yeah,
Italian.
no,
It's not
yeah,
exclusive.
no.
Not Italian.
Italian
So
sausage.
Robbie and Jordan do have some moments though confiding in each other, just talking about the thing. And then let's move to kind of the family night, which is where we start to see a lot of things kind of go wrong as far as Tiara is concerned. I thought the family night was a cool icebreaker type of thing for the real world, and it seemed like everyone had really good energy. But at the family night, which had a little sexual innuendos to it, Tiara seemed to not be interested in participating, and it didn't really seem like anybody in the house did anything to her to cause that. She was very antisocial to the point where then she just got up and left. And what was your thought about this?
I thought homegirl was just tired.
Tired?
Yeah, honestly. I was like, it's the first day. It's been a long day, a lot of traveling. I thought she was just like, all right, you guys have fun. I don't really want to do that. Not everybody wants to get drunk and play silly sex games. Like, I know it's fun and you have a good time, but that's not everybody's bag of tea. So, like, I didn't think it was like an issue.
But did you think that she could have handled it better?
She
That's what I
definitely
was
could have
about to
handled it
say. I
better.
think there's a difference of excluding yourself from a
Right.
group from something that everyone's doing together and saying, hey, you know what? I'm really not feeling this game. Let's move on or I'll partake in the next thing.
Yeah, but I also think she felt some type of way initially because she got there late, and so the girls kind of had their room already, and so she got stuck with
missed
Theo.
out.
I don't think that she preferred to be with Theo, even though they had the chemistry and everything. I think she wanted to be with other girls.
Right.
But it obviously since they're rooming together, they kind of have the small conversations, and she's left out. So maybe she felt
played a part,
some type
maybe.
of way, like.
Honestly, I
That's
think she has
initially.
issues with relationships and people. As she said in like her pre-show package, she doesn't have very many friends right now. So that's
But do
probably
you really think
underlying.
that's the best way to go about
No, I
not
definitely
making friends
don't
at
think
all
it's-
with 7 other people?
No, that's part of her problem. That's definitely not the best way to
Especially
go
if
about
you're
it.
gonna go on the real world.
Right.
I feel like at the start of the show you have to put yourself out there a little bit.
Right.
Right, and that's probably why she did it, but you also know what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
It's been
And
32
she's young. She's a mature 21.
I was.
Body's mature.
She's also a military brat. Nice. I'll say. So Tiara, she's crushing on Theo though.
Yeah.
And maybe more than just Tiara. Maybe you guys too crushing on Theo.
I'm more like a buddy, like, all
Yeah,
right, let's go
like,
get a
I like
beer,
his-
like, all right, like, you
I
know.
like his personality on the
Yeah.
show.
He's
Like,
always had a good
he's
personality.
funny.
Guy,
Like,
yeah.
If you watch the challenge, he reminds me of Leroy. I don't know
Okay.
if you guys at
Yeah.
home.
Oh, yeah, Leroy
get
was
it?
fun. He
Yeah.
was cool.
Jokester.
Yeah, like I want to be around him all the time. He's
Lightens the
not
mood.
drama. Yeah, he's a lot of fun to talk
yeah,
to, be
so
around.
I think Theo's just gonna be like the homeboy of the house that really just keeps, you know, a lot of the
peace.
family keeps the peace.
He's like, yo, it's
He's
not that
chill.
deep. Yeah, just like chill out. Like we're here to have a good time. So you need a personality like that.
Yeah. So Tiara left, which I thought was a little bit much on my point of view in that situation. But then Mike and Robbie started to get into it because Mike was just instigating. Robbie was drinking a lot, and Robbie had to bite. He had to bite Theo's lip, and then Anika.
You're gonna do this all season.
Anika.
Have you ever heard Anika before?
Anakin Skywalker, maybe.
Anika.
All right. Okay.
No, they wanted to see Anika streak throughout the entire house, and the only way she would do that was if he bit the lips, which I didn't think it was that big a deal. I think they over-dramatized it.
Game.
I don't think it was a big deal to do it, and I don't think it was a big deal to make a big fuss over it. Like, if he didn't want to do it, then he didn't want to do it.
Exactly.
He's being very hypersensitive.
And then Robbie drank a lot, and he seemed like he was just too drunk. And then Mike was just being
proud.
He just wouldn't like let it go. Mm-hmm. It was too much.
He was instigated. I mean, he saw that he could get under his skin. He clearly didn't want to bite this dude's lip, and he started crying because Jordan was picking with him. He was super drunk. So it's just, you know how you get when you're drunk. You're emotional.
Well, Robbie's super emotional.
Well, right. Yeah, that's another, like, I hate to keep stereotyping, but sort of the Italian Jersey thing.
Yourself,
I know I don't want to offend anybody, but you see that sort of sometimes.
Sure. So anyways, Robbie just goes off the deep end and really going after Mike, which Mike was in the wrong, but it seemed like Robbie then looked like this. He looked crazy in that situation because the security, the way he's screaming, and the security was holding him back, which I found interesting because in past seasons I've seen the security not there at all.
Yeah.
And last season the girls were fighting and the security
were
never there. And the security was there.
That was even worse. I think that was worse.
That was way worse. And then this season apparently the security was there before anything even broke out, like in the middle, not even giving it a shot. Which I found that interesting. How do they decide that the security should be there or not? Because last season they needed the security in certain parts, and
That's
they didn't.
probably a producer's call, but I think with Robbie, I say this, I do a lot of reality shows here at AfterBuzz, and I always say it's the alcohol, and it always is, that riles you up, that all of a sudden you're macho and all this stuff. Like, you see Robbie sober in his everyday, on the show.
He's a nice guy.
He's fine, he's calm, he's cool, he's collective, and all that stuff. And I think Mike has a bigger temper. It's secret. I don't know.
It's going to be something.
In secret, like, you see the temper,
Gotcha.
down beneath there somewhere. It's going to pop up.
So Anika did the double. She streaked throughout the house. Now, if you were gonna streak, would you cover yourself the way she did, or should she? Did you think that was like cheating?
It was cheating. It was. If you're gonna streak, you have to commit to it.
Preach.
But at the same time, she's on TV, but they're gonna block it out anyway.
Right,
so the only people that would have saw it were the people in the house.
And the crew and the producers and
I mean, she lived with these people.
I think she would have earned major street cred if she had not covered herself up, though.
I would not have streaked at all.
You wouldn't have done it.
Nope.
Free the nips.
Alcohol?
Free the nips.
Drink alcohol, or if I had alcohol in me.
Yeah, with extra alcohol, you think you would do it?
I don't know. I'm too picky about things. If I were gonna do like that, I need to be with close friends. Not 7 people I just met, let alone. But I don't know. It's not me to just go streak.
So they sent Robbie off for the night to go to a hotel, and then he calms himself down. He comes back the next morning, and he realizes he overreacted. What I did like was how he called everyone in to apologize to everyone like a man.
Sure.
It was the right way to handle it, and it was weird though that also in the confessional and the way he's talking to camera, talking about like Mike and him are never going to be cool, and he's already down on Mike
after day 2.
It seemed early to just not let that go. Like Mike was instigating, but it didn't seem it was that bad. So hopefully they're not.
It's not like a reason enough to like dead a relationship forever.
So why was Anika crying though? Like, can we please Anika? She was crying
that night when they got into the fight.
Yeah,
because she felt like nobody respected her for not participating, but everybody was supporting Robbie.
Tiara was crying, right?
Yes.
So Tiara misread at the end of episode 1, which we're at. Tiara comes out because she hears the screaming between people and kind of misjudges the situation. It looked like about Jordan talking to Mike. In the Robbie scenario?
No. I'm talking about Anika.
The streaker?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Anika.
Crying.
Oh, she was crying?
Yeah. I was thinking of the wrong person. Sorry.
Yeah, so she was crying. And Mike was holding her. And I was just like, I don't get it.
I missed that.
Oh, she thought it was her fault.
Oh, yeah, she felt like she had a part
because
of it.
she kept telling Robbie, do it, just do it, just do it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So she felt responsible for it.
Because everybody was crying. I was like, is this really? What are y'all drinking?
I know.
But to the end of the episode, so Tiara comes out And in my point of view, I thought Tiara was in the wrong for that whole scenario about excluding herself. And she even starts episode 2 kind of being by herself again, isolating herself, creating this situation. It didn't feel like any of the girls were doing anything towards her. Even Jordan didn't seem like she was doing anything rude to her. And it seemed like Tiara was way out of line. That's the way I took it. What do you guys think?
Of her...
Of Tiara, just... throughout the first episode after...
I mean, like we sort of said, like she could have handled that situation better, but I don't think it was that big of a deal.
Well, the situation, it felt like lingered. It continued, not just in the night with the game, but into episode 2.
Listen where she's coming from. She was in the confessional trying to go to sleep, and she hears 2 people talking about her, basically.
Yeah.
So that would make you want to
But they
pull
didn't
away.
say anything bad. That's
But they're still talking
Jordan
about
was
her.
observing the situation, saying like, you know, if you don't want to participate, you should have gone about it a different way.
She could have just said, "I don't want to participate." Not
exactly.
Yeah.
So they weren't saying, "Oh, she's this, she's that, she's all of that." She was just saying she probably should have done that, which. It's not
Yeah,
like
I feel that.
talking
But imagine how you would
crap.
feel if you were standing outside the door and the 3 of us were like saying, "Oh, you should be doing this and this and this and that." Like it wouldn't be like it's
I
not
would
like
be
it's like
irritated.
negative,
Yeah.
but you know,
I get
But I would say she shouldn't have been in the confessional then.
she was trying to get some quiet,
Yeah,
quiet
she was trying to
space.
It's not the
sleep.
place to sleep. You don't sleep in the confessional.
I know, but
She didn't know
Anika
people were
running
gonna-
around naked. Where you gonna
Right?
The confessional is
Lips
not your own
getting bit.
room.
It's quiet. It's secluded.
I think Tiara, look, she's 21.
They're all young.
Yeah,
We all
she
remember
has growing to do. Like I gotta bring back to when I was 21. I think she's just really she got growing to do, and I don't think that she's very mature in how she's handling situations. Has she probably been through some stuff? Yes, we'll see that later on. But I think it really just goes down to her age and her maturity as far as like how she interacts with people.
I mean, she says she's been through like every traumatic experience. You would think she'd have more maturity though, even if she is 21.
What's crazy is that I mean, like a lot of people have been through things, but they don't just like go
Always
sit in the
reflect that.
corner and cry and sleep in confessional.
Well, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how she takes to the new crew when they come in.
I
wonder
can't
who
wait.
Who her
I can't
conflict
wait.
is. That's so exciting. Is that
So-
next week or we got like 2 weeks or something for that?
I'm not sure. I think it's
Okay.
about 5 days away in the show, but who knows how long that'll be for.
Our watching purposes. We'll see.
So let's talk about the second episode and Robbie, DJ Maserati. He's passionate about being a DJ, and at a point in the episode, we see the crew go out to watch him do his DJing, and it seems like they really like it. And the one thing I noticed from that was Mike didn't partake in that.
I don't think Katrina went either.
I think she was there.
Was she there?
I think so.
Okay.
Because when she came back, her and Mike started talking. They were flirting. We could talk about that. But
Okay.
what do you think about his DJing thing? Did you think that ingratiated himself to the rest of the group more?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
And
I mean,
what do you think is going to happen with the Mike situation? Like, why would Mike not go?
We didn't get to see that part. He didn't say. He didn't,
I mean, maybe Mike was just like,
Still
I
wanna
almost
go,
fought,
'cause-
dude. I'm just not feeling him right now. So, F the DJ.
fair enough.
You know?
Exactly. Although you think after having that conflict and big blow up, he would make the effort to be seemingly
even if-
supportive.
It's
Yeah.
you could just go and you're not hanging out with him. He's in the DJ booth. You do your own
Right.
thing.
It's just
maybe
a club.
he was just tired. Didn't feel like drinking.
Maybe it just seemed like there's a subtle thing there to watch. Now let's talk about Mike and Katrina, because Katrina is flirting hard with Mike in this second episode. So is that going to be a thing?
I hope not. Mike is a
No.
tool.
Oh wow. How do you
I
really
think
feel?
so. Yeah, because when Anika was crying the night before a family game night, Mike was hugging her and saying, "Oh, it's not your fault. It's not your fault." But I saw your butt. Like he snuck that in. I'm like,
Yeah,
really, dude?
I saw
Really?
No, he's
really?
just trying to make out with a chick in the rain.
Gosh.
I mean, I think he was using
Katrina,
humor
no.
to try and lighten that situation. He's like, "Oh, I know you're sad. I just saw your butt. Haha, that was
Is
so
that a
funny."
line you would use?
No, I would never do that.
Exactly my point. You don't do that. You don't do that.
He lying.
I don't think he was a tool in that moment. I think he was really just trying to lighten the moment. I don't think he was trying to be douchey, but I could be wrong. You know,
wrong.
you
You
just-
wrong.
you know him better than I do. I might be wrong.
I don't think Mike is attracted to Katrina.
No, I mean when a girl's throwing herself at you like that, he's just like, "Nah, I'm
So
good."
he effectively does turn her down for the cuddle
Hardcore.
in the episode. However, they did kind of cuddle in one of the early parts in the episode.
He was like, "No, I don't want to cuddle with you. I'd rather go lay with my pillow."
Yeah.
And it was
Like-
interesting how he called. Did you notice that he called to tell him like, "I want to go to sleep now.
Yeah,
Take my
yeah.
mic off."
Oh.
Never really seen them show that.
They never show that. You're
They
right.
never show
But
that.
even in the first cuddle that they had, like, he was very guarded. Like, he laid on top of the covers and whatnot when she was still under. Like, I'll be darned if you get in my bed and you stay on top of the covers. You know?
That's so
So, yeah,
uncomfortable,
like,
too,
he don't want it.
He wants Jordan.
Yeah, he does.
He wants Jordan.
Let's talk about Theo and Tiara for a minute here, because Theo has got it all going on right now. The personality, he's just cool.
Yeah.
He's got the room with the girl. However, have you noticed that their room doesn't even have doors? It's just in the upstairs.
It's like a loft.
Yeah.
Just open. So that's weird also. But he's smart. Like, he's playing to the cameras and he knows they're there. So he never, the way he's talking and they hook up, right? Just a little kisses.
That's like
I'm
a
gonna,
makeout
yeah, I'm
session.
gonna go ahead and...
But the way he answers the producer's questions are funny because he knows.
But did he forget about the cameras in the bedroom when they leave?
Right. I think I might have slipped his
I feel
mind.
like they all forget about that.
Yeah, but I mean, like, when you're living there, you probably don't really even think about
But
it.
also, we have to remember these episodes were in the early days, so I can imagine later in the day, like, you get more accustomed. But day 3 or 4, you probably still like the cameras right
Hyper aware
there.
of
Probably,
all
yeah.
that.
Because even when they watched the 4th of July fireworks, they were like pointing, like, we see you on us. So
That was
And
such a
we-
I'm
beautiful
pretty sure they're
moment.
gonna hook up at some point on camera.
I hope
obviously.
so.
I want to know, do you think Theo, but do you think they're going to be an item? Because they have a crush on each other. I get to the point where they talk it out. And
Theo's too smart for that.
you think
I don't think he's
he
gonna-
has a crush on her right now, but you don't think it's going to last?
I don't think so.
No, because they room together, and
Right.
I just think that that's too complicated of a situation. It's okay for now because it's a couple of days, but when you room with somebody that you like, that's not gonna work.
You see all their habits.
Yeah.
Theo's already like, yo, it's like way too early. Like Tiara's already catching feelings. So I think he sees the signs. Like he's just like, nah. Like, even though he didn't make
Even
out
though
with her.
He's
I think
pretty
he,
heavy.
yeah,
He
he's
tells
just like
us
in the
he's
like,
being attracted to
yeah,
her. What can
she's
you do?
cool, that booty fat, but
Right.
you know.
Also,
Hard to resist.
Theo's bringing back visors. You notice he's wearing all different kinds of visors.
The bucket hats.
The fisherman's hat.
I have
cool.
not seen that in a while. I'm talking about the visor.
Well, your hat
Actually-
game's
He can
strong. You
pull
can
it off.
appreciate that.
You should wear a visor next
Yeah.
time.
I might have to bring the visor. I was thinking,
We
I was
all
like,
will, we
the
all
visor's
will.
coming back. Like, he had a white visor, he had a black visor, and he had the bucket hat. He's going.
Saying, like,
I can't wear
Theo
hats.
just cool.
Theo's cool. Yeah, he's cool. I'm excited for Theo. I think he's gonna be a new MTV star. Starting
The
trends.
next star. But did you think that was like kind of crazy how attached she was getting?
I thought it was super.
Yeah,
she
chicks
was
got
getting.
tripping, bro.
She was
Like,
super
day
jealous
3,
when they were
day-
at the dance floor too, and
Right.
he was dancing with another girl. And she said he should just do that, not around me. I was thinking maybe you should just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Not
Go
like
find a dude to twerk on.
you
Go
can't
get a
stand
shot.
right next to him when you're not doing anything. Get
She's
mad
not
at
social.
He's,
She's not gonna do that.
True.
And also the way that I didn't like the way it worries me for Theo that she said after they agreed that they like had a crush on each other that she said, "Oh, like Theo will stand up for me now. He's kind of like got my back." Like I don't know. I feel. I just don't want her to be relying on Theo.
Yeah, I think she's gonna grow too attached to
It
him.
seems like she's
I see
already
that.
attached in like day 3.
Yeah.
She is.
I see them having a very strong like homie bond more so. Even though they've been like sexually attracted to each other, I see them like he's the kind of dude that would have her back and like
I
they
feel
have
like
that.
he'll-
Yeah,
I
but
thought they have more of a brother sister type relationship,
It
like ride or
seems
die,
like-
road dog. Well,
hope
like,
not.
Tiara
It's
is
going.
kind
but
of
you
like
know what I'm
it's-
saying? I feel like it's gonna grow into like more of like a buddy
I
type.
feel you, but
know what I
at
mean?
the same
I feel
time,
like-
though, like her, she's emotional. She's
It's
really
gonna be
emotional.
her.
So I don't think that that's gonna work for
Okay.
her.
She's
Like,
attached.
She's
I
setting
think
herself
she's
up.
not like a
That ship is
Katrina
set.
where she's just like an a-hole. Like maybe she could just hit and there could be cool.
Gotcha.
But I feel like she would like fall in love on like some real
I
stuff.
think she might have fallen in love already.
That's yeah.
She's gonna get crushed. It seems
Yeah.
like.
Twerking up.
But then I also think it might be a situation where it end up being Tiara against the house because I don't think that the house really is taking to her too well. It's really been Theo, and then Theo's gonna have to really like decide,
Make a choice.
like do I go?
But that
with the
sucks. He shouldn't
booty
be
or
put
the
in that
house, you know?
situation. But he's the only one that's like making more of an effort. I know Jordan kind of went up to her. I look
That
at the
was
laugh at
so
this
That was
scene
hilarious.
when she's like, "Hey, can we talk?" Because and I like people who do that, who try to make an effort to make things better. And she's like, "Well, I don't want to talk." Well,
She
you
was
don't
like,
have
"Wait."
to. Okay,
Okay,
bye.
I was gonna say.
Bye. And I'm like, come on, give her a chance. Like, people are
Appreciate it.
approaching you and trying to do that stuff with you. And they even talk about when they went to go get cupcakes, how they want to get to know her.
Mm-hmm.
So when people are approaching you like that, you would think you would be a little bit more open. Like, I can understand if nobody's talking to you, but that's not the case.
Yeah.
And like, so I don't know who said, like, one of the people in the confessional said, I don't know how many times you have to like kiss somebody's ass to like make an effort before
Anika.
you just stop
Yeah.
trying. Because like most of the people have been putting some effort.
That's why I
to
thought
reach out
that. I
to
thought
her.
the cast has been trying to make, and I honestly think it's a good cast.
It's very urban, diverse cast.
Yeah, it's
I like the
very
cast.
diverse.
Yeah.
Very
Kudos
diverse.
MTV.
Yes,
like our
go
panel.
MTV.
Keep
I
it
know,
up
I was
the
just
train.
about to say.
It's like what?
I'm
like
really
Like our
proud of
panel.
MTV.
yeah.
No, because
Our
even
panel is
Theo
super
said,
dope,
Theo
yeah.
was like, it's for black people.
See who said it? She's like, it's on record.
MTV, no, but seriously, MTV, they never do that. It's always like 2.
Yo, black is hot right now.
Yo, you guys
I
are
know,
in.
right?
It's so trendy.
You guys are in.
You're in. We're out.
Oh, that's good. Good casting. Good casting.
What are your thoughts about? We see a little bit towards the end of the episode about Katrina and her family issues.
yeah.
She's texting a lot with her sister, who she has no idea is going to come on the show, and we know her sister's going to be coming to the show eventually. Where are we with this Katrina situation?
From what she described, like, so her sister was raped by somebody, or
She
like
used the term technically raped.
like sexually
Kinda vague.
assaulted, sort of, and then she
kissed
hooked
him, not
up with
knowing.
him the same night, or like just later on without
The
knowing
same
that,
day, yeah. So she didn't know what
that
he
had-
did.
to her sister.
Right. So
Okay.
had she known,
She
She
said
would've
she would have
killed
killed him.
exactly.
But I mean, if she
That's
didn't know, she
awkward.
didn't know.
That's super awkward,
Yeah,
though.
it's awkward, but if she didn't know,
Can't
she
hold it-
didn't know.
yeah.
You know, I couldn't hold that against somebody for years because if she didn't know, she didn't know. You know.
And that's a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
But it seemed
We gotta
hot and
learn
cold
more
with her
about it.
sister.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
just
I think there's
relationship.
more to that.
The first text she sent her, and then the response from the sister was just like, shut her down hard. Like, you're always talking about yourself. Go F yourself.
5
I'm like, what?
There's some deep issues there.
That was
yeah,
like crazy.
there,
You
gotta-
it's
Ooh.
gotta be more than just that
gotta see that
situation.
play out.
Yeah.
Also, it's interesting, and we'll have to watch this as it develops, but Mike mentioned to Katrina, like, oh, your sister seems like you, but like kind of better almost. He didn't say better, but he said she
he's
doesn't have
not
that
too
side.
Yeah.
So
You do not like
you are
Mike.
I am
not
not a
Mike.
fan.
Did you see him on the other show he was on?
I did, and I
Okay.
did not like him then either. And it's funny because he's dating one of the girls from that season, from that show. Are You the One?
Wow.
Ooh. And he's getting after Jordan.
Well, this was like months ago, so I don't
Okay,
know.
I got you. The timing's off. We'll see.
So we don't know when the new 7 are going to come in. How do you think it's going to change everything? I mean, obviously, it's going to change, but
Shit's gonna get crazy.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
As it
blow up.
should, because it's reality TV.
We need that.
Any
I really want to see. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go.
I really want to see Theo and his cousin because that is like the
Yes.
most fucked up situation
Yeah,
I have
that's
heard.
so-
like
that's
that's
like-
real life.
what's the
Real
situation?
life.
He was
like-
playing for a college football team with this on the same
Yes,
team
he
that
got
Jimmy
arrested.
Garoppolo, who's
Yes.
was just backed up for
the
Brady,
Patriots.
and like his had a few other classmates get picked in the draft, and his cousin apparently like had weed in the room and didn't cop to it. He lost his
I missed
scholarship.
the part
Like
that
was
that's
scholarship.
your life. That's real
Yeah,
shit.
like literally
wanna-
just screwed up his whole life.
Yeah, I need to
so.
see that.
I would have thrown him under the bus real
And his
quick.
cousin's coming to the show.
Yeah. So that's what I want to see.
about to
I'm
get
looking forward
real.
to that. Yeah.
Any other thoughts about
Yeah,
the first
I
couple
have-
episodes? Talk.
Yes, sorry
Let's
to
go.
cut you
No.
off, but why do they have cell phones?
Thank you. I wrote that down. I forgot to mention
Hello.
that. Yes, I've never
I think
seen
that ruins everything. I don't know if they have just certain numbers where they get to call mom, dad, and they'll text each other from the room. First of all, no. You should not have. That's not the point of the show. I miss the old way where they go to
Yeah.
work and they don't have cell phones and they don't talk to anybody. And I mean, I like it better than last season
the
because
new
last
school.
season was like a
Well-
game and you had to do certain things. But
I will say that
Kids these
since
days.
MTV has access to their text messages, though, I think it makes it a little more like drama filled because
see
now
what's
you're seeing what people are thinking and texting to other people.
And you know you reach
because
out.
I kind of knew Tiara was gonna be a little bit messy when she, within like the first 15 to 20 minutes of the show, she sent a text message about being in a room by herself or something like that to her mom or somebody. So you get to see their thoughts at a different level. Like, so I don't know. I kind of like it. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
Because it
I'm
doesn't. I mean,
torn.
at least they don't have televisions. Or anything.
I'm torn. I see what you're saying, but it is also like another layer of drama.
Yeah,
because
it's
when
like-
you
it
get like
is
your
another
friends like chirping in your ear and like other people giving you like feedback,
Right.
and so it can like hype you up. I don't know. So it's interesting, but I was confused. Like they've never had cell phones before. You're supposed to like not have contact with the outside world.
Paulina's down on cell phones. I think I'm with Paulina on this one. No cell phones.
I like it. I'm up.
All the way up.
50-50.
All right. It's good. There's the panel. What else? Anything else, guys?
Split decision.
What else we got?
I didn't like how they were ragging on my boy Pee Wee Herman. I didn't appreciate
Okay,
that.
first of all, I feel like
Didn't think that was cool.
none of them
I
knew what
agreed.
Pee Wee Herman looked
'Cause he-
like
right.
because he did not look
did
like him
not.
at all.
They're young.
And shout out to
I was about to say, I was like, okay, are you sure you do Pee Wee Herman is?
shout out to that guy Adam because he came up and said what up.
You know how hard that is, ladies? Like, for real, you just shut him down
By
so
himself
hard.
to 3 ladies.
What is your best pickup line that you've used?
Hello, what's your name? My name's Omari. You
a
look
good
beautiful
one.
tonight. Can I buy you a drink? I'd love to talk to you. I mean, I don't have lines. I have conversations.
Ooh, smooth.
Ladies, are you single?
Thank you. I am single, yes.
Get him.
He might be
The
on the show.
AfterBuzz love
Live on
connection.
the videos. No,
What do you got? You got something for us?
Pick up line? Oh,
No, what do you got?
Yeah, I was like, no, they pick me out. Let's see.
I think we got
So
that a lot.
she's got nothing. Good
I
stuff.
thought Tiara kind of threw in that not random, that she had thought about suicide before. That was kind of heavy at the bar.
Oh
with
yeah, I
Theo.
loved how Theo ignored her though. I love that.
Oh,
because
give
it
her a
worked.
little bit of a taste of her medicine.
Yeah, it worked effectively. It worked pretty well. So
I'm worried about that whole situation.
Yeah, when they were hooking up, sorry, I don't want, never mind, I'm not going to say it.
Say it.
he was rubbing her booty.
Yeah, I think, I was like, I'm not going to
He's an ass man. He loves that
He
ass.
was rubbing her booty. Like, no, because I wrote it in my notes. Like, the rubbing of the
He
booty.
talked about it.
booty.
He's been talking about it all
It was-
episode. So
And now I see what he's talking about.
yeah, there you go. All right, let's do some predictions.
Yeah,
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
All right, ladies first. Let's go, Paulina.
I say this every season on every reality show that I do, and all I want are the fights. I love to see them. I think they're very entertaining, very dramatic, which is why I love reality TV. So that's all I want. And I know they're going to happen, but that's the only thing I'm looking for.
Do you have a prediction for who's going to be involved?
Well, we did see, who was it? Was it Jordan and Anika? Because that girl just went, boom, and she flew down the hallway.
No, I
and
think
one of the previews, it
was-
was someone, or
yeah.
maybe one of the new
Yeah.
people.
It was a new person. I don't know who. I think it was Robbie's ex-girlfriend. Because it's like a white girl with like short blonde hair.
Okay,
But-
I want to see that. I mean,
wrong.
yeah.
Okay.
Just fights.
Okay. So I'm excited to see another layer of Anika. I feel like Anika has just been like the goofy fun one in the house. But when they let the 7 new people in, I think that's when we'll really see kind of another layer of Anika, because she's just been fun and just been there and haven't really, we got everything on everybody else, but nothing on Anika. So I'm like, she's going to get her moment to shine.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be a lot more than what people expect.
I think Robbie's probably going to go home at some point. The Italian home family dude. I mean, the first night he was already saying he's ready to go back, calling his dad, crying to his father.
That was weird.
That was, I mean, it's cool. I appreciate the fact that you have a close relationship with your father like that. That's good to see for men. But I think he's going to end up leaving at some point. I don't know for what, but I don't see him sticking it out the whole time.
And I just meant that it was weird that like the first night he's talking about going home.
Yeah.
Not that he's crying. That's fine.
That's cool. Yeah. Emotions are good.
I would say I think that the whole living in the same room between Tiara and Theo, that's going to be broken up. I don't think that they're going to be living in the same room for that much longer. I don't know if it's because the new people come, but I just don't think that that's the right situation, especially if they're going to get together. Right. They shouldn't be in the room that's open anyways. Mm-hmm. So that's going to get broken up. And I mean, we did see for Robbie, though, that I think he's going to have the ex-girlfriend comes, and I think they showed us clips of him making out with her or someone. So it'll be interesting to see that.
I think she was making out with someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah.
Maybe both of them?
You got a good eye.
Yeah. I was watching those upcoming previews.
So many contestants. We're going to have 14 at some point soon. It's going to be crazy. Also, we didn't touch on the last part, but when they called Katrina his sister, and the producer, and they're having the conversation about her getting on the show.
Yeah, and they're going on a show.
And it's funny how she thinks she's doing a different show. It's like, oh my God. And then she's going to be blown away.
Little does she know.
I love it. I love MTV.
I know.
So
much drama.
They so petty.
So petty, yes. I love the
super
petty.
That is episodes not 1, but episodes 1 and 2 of the new season of The Real World, season 32, Bad Blood from Seattle. We will be here every week with one episode. My co-host, starting at the end, Paulina.
Hey everyone, catch me on Twitter at _Paulina Aguilar and on Instagram at Paulina M. Aguilar.
And you can find me on Twitter and IG at On With Omari, also on Snapchat, Omari B.
And I'm Candace Rice on Facebook and Pimp Fried Rice on Instagram.
Love that. I get to follow that up. My name is Mike Rippe. You can catch me on social media at Mike Rips, MikeRips. We'll see you next week, guys. Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
That's a boss name.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.